Do I believe in the Taniwhas? Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a legendary story that was told to me by my olds. Obviously they would have got told too from their parents. Yeah, I definitely do believe in the Taniwha. No, quite personally, no, I don't think my family has come across a Taniwha before. I haven't either.
But even like, I mean, whales are considered Taniwhas, no? So I mean, like back in the old legends.
Yeah, back in the old legendary stories, they were classed as Taniwhas, but no, even coming up, you know, me growing myself up in the Wanganui River, a lot of Taniwha stories up there.
Yeah.
You know, no one's ever seen one though, but I can't say I've seen one. Just big long eels.
Yeah.
Sort of, you know, that's all I remember them. Long eels with that was about 18 metres long, and you know, had huge teeth and could eat you in one go.
Yeah.
Sort of real scary stories. Oh, there's not really much to say. It's all the same stories, really. Exactly. I'll be doing the same too.
Yeah,
for my kids, mate.
Good, wow. Made
Definitely not, you know. It's good to see a movie that would be a legendary story that came from, you know. We need something more out there to get Māoris well known as well, you know. I mean, a Taniwha movie would be great. I mean, if they can over exaggerate on anacondas, you know, I mean, people making money off that, I reckon the Taniwha would make a lot more money. Oh, I'd like to actually let people see the actual Taniwha out of the water so they get a fair idea on what this legendary, you know, creature looked like, and see a bit more action of it eating people and stuff like that.
Well, mine won't do too much eating. Mine's the calm version that's sort of semi-submerged, but we'll see, you know, it's low budget, so
that's what I'd like to see, but
I'll try my best.
But and the same thing as well, keep it original, keep it Māori, you know, keep it, I mean, if you're here in New Zealand, you know, you're obviously picking up stories about the Taniwha, you love it, you know, keep it Māorified, don't sort of change anything, don't go other ways of exaggerating on a bit more on the Taniwha, you know. Okay, the story of Rākai Tauniki. This story is known as Goose Bay. It's a story from a very ancient person that said it. Said the story a long time ago, but anyway, it's about a very famous Māori chief by the name of Rākai Tauniki. Okay, this guy had a very strong relationship with a whale which resided in the area. The whale's name was called Matamata. Matamata's sole duty was to serve as master and protect him from harm. Wherever Rākai went, Matamata would follow him. Okay, when Rākai died, Matamata was never to be seen again. Some people did believe that the whale had died of a broken heart because of his close affinity that him and Rākai had. Okay. But there they shared. Oh no, I've lost my page here.
That's alright. Just keep going.
Close affinity that had with Rākai. But there were those that remembered Rākai's prediction, and that after his death, Matamata would only return when a close relative of Rākai's was in danger or was facing death. And so it came to pass, a relative of Rākai's was working in the garden, which is now the Garden of Memories, next to the sea where she heard the sound of a whale spouting. Turning her head to her husband, she said, "Don't worry about the noise. Okay, it's just a whale. Don't worry about the noise that the whale is making, sorry, but be grateful we can spend our time together on this day." That is Rākai's whale Matamata. He's here to tell me that my time is about to end. The next day she died, fulfilling Rākai's prediction. Pakiea, the beginning of Pakea's karakia. Cleared away, opened is the path, O trembling heart. Unveiled is the eager heart, exposed is the heart that comes to surface. The mighty fish begins its seaward journey, foaming spout, booming from the ocean depths upward to the skies. Prime veil based, origin of life teeming, birds wheel above on gentle breezes, heartthrob, yours, mine, Rangi the great sky fathers, together we embark upon the ultimate pilgrimage on the ancient world of the world of enlightenment.
Yeah, and then
Pakiea is known throughout the Pacific and Polynesia as one of the great figures of the Maori world, and gives the tribes of Ngati Porou, Ngati Kahununu and Kaitahu an ancestor who binds them in the shared ancestry. Pakiea, the first son of Uanuku, was born in Hawaii, the ancestral homeland of the Maori, where man first walked with the gods and communed with the beasts, birds, forests, and all animate things. Ruatapu, Uanuku's second son, became jealous of his brother's preferential treatment and schemed to kill Pakiea, along with all the other firstborn in Hawaii. He persuaded his father to give him a war canoe, whereupon he drilled a hole in the hull and with his victims on board went out to sea. A great tidal wave came and Ruatapu withdrew the plug. The canoe capsized and he began the systematic killing of the survivors. Pakiea was the only one to escape. He called to his ancestors and a great whale came to his rescue, talking him through the days and the nights of thunder and lightning, storms, waves, sunshine and also calm seas. With the help of his scared Pakiea, they were able to arrive safely on the shores of Aotearoa. Pakiea lived out his days Whangara on the east coast of the North Island. He's said to be the heart of Ngati Porou, where he planted the Maori, all life-giving forces of the whare wānanga, the houses of learning, which is what that means. 4 generations later, Poraurangi was born, and when he died, his brother Tahu married his widow, Hamo Te Rangi. Then they moved to the South Island, where his descendants, the people of Kaitahu tribe, lived and flourished in today's day.
cool. And then they made a movie about it called Whale Rider.
And they made a movie, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more stuff that's in there than it isn't in the movie. Alright.
I've never heard that one before. That's a totally different one that I would say altogether. But that's cool.